you actually were here when I explained why I like this play.
Yeah.
Like, did you agree with the analysis? Like,
Yeah.
like, did you disagree with it? Why didn't you like speak up when we were going through like the analysis portion of this?
Yeah. Policing
But
as the starting.
Hey, so you are crazy. What is the right Chiefs running back to pick up? Carson Steele. I've got a couple of coach clips to post about that after the stream here. So we're going to do a short team review. Quentin Johnston, I still don't believe in him, but I mean, hey, he had himself a day. Like, can't lie. Like, results are results, man. Like, you can't like deny results. Yeah. Bullish on Deontay value now, dude. Deontay value stocks are alive.
Let's go. There we go. Trending audio. Andy Dalton. All right, post it. Okay, we got one more team here.
The chat knows Deontay season is saved. At least we hope with Andy Dalton.
Okay. Yeah, poor Bryce Young.
People have been asking me about like why Jordan Whittington. I think he's a really good pickup. Realistically, I think he's going to ultimately emerge as the guy down the stretch. But
yeah, he seems like a beast.
All right, but yeah,
that's kind of a fragile wide receiver room.
That's my thought.
Okay.
Why does a Deontay owner want to bail in your league, Noah? They should be happy now.
Yeah, he might actually catch a pass.
Bryce, our quarterback. We're going to just continue to shore up and fix the things we need to fundamentally from a scheme standpoint. All those things. These are all valuable reps. These are all valuable games to learn a lot from this game, and hopefully we'll take another step this week. We'll get started. Bryce, our quarterback. We're going to just continue to.
Okay, let me open up this YouTube chat.
That said, feeling a good play with Andy Dalton back? Maybe. You just traded Deontay. That's painful. His stonks are back alive, my friend. With that said, we're going to get going here on the YouTubes. So if you guys want to join us there. All right. So we got Kyler, Achon, Kenneth Walker, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, Likely, Ramondre, Fergie on the bench. You got Deontay, his stonks are alive. Colby Parkinson. You have 3 tight ends. You really don't need that. Bullish sign for Colby is second in route rate on the of all tight ends this weekend. So that's really, really good. So hopefully you get some more. But that said, I like who you have on your bench. I don't really see the point of holding Marquise Brown. I don't really see the value he brings in redraft leagues. Adonai Mitchell's fine for a swing. Tony Pollard's fine on the bench. I like this as a hedge, especially for Achon. Overall, fun team. I like it. If anything, I would just try to build up your RB2. Ramondre leads all running backs in usage at the moment. So, yeah. We are doing lineup reviews live on YouTube, so link to that is in the bio if you guys want to join us there. And literally, all you have to do is DM tomorrow on Discord, and he will help you get your team reviewed here. Let's see here. I just realized that neither of us posted the Discord link.
And yeah, I know. I'm not in the YouTube.
Let's see here. All right, I'll figure out a way to get this going, I guess.
If I get that from one of you guys after this.
Yeah. All right. I like the squad, but yeah, you just need to upgrade your RB2. We're going to figure out how to get the Discord link real quick. There we go. And there, like somewhere. There's Grantward. 2 in a row for Grantward. 2 in a row. They all doubted him.
Bryce Young, man, I kind of feel bad for him.
I know.
I honestly feel terrible for the kid.
I think Deontay Johnson is kind of in a
He's alive.
spot now.
Yeah,
He's alive.
I also think a lot of it isn't Bryce's fault, though. I don't know.
I think it's really just to kind of let him have time and develop. I would go with Steele. That's why it says Carson Steele here.
Somebody posted that compilation of Bryce Young having to jump to throw like little dump off passes over the line, and it's not a good look.
It's not. Let's see here. But yeah, I would just upgrade your RB2 if anything here. And it's kind of hard to say when you have Ramondre, who leads the running backs in usage. Moving on to the next squad here. We got Anthony Richardson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jordan Mason, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Likely, Najee Harris, McCaffrey on the bench, so that's a hedge there. That is fine. BTJ, love the upside. Puka's on IR, so that hurts for you. Kirk's really not going to be a thing, I guess. I thought he was honestly going to get an increase in usage without Ingram, and yeah, that didn't happen. But then again, they went against a great defense. So, yeah, honestly, like I would just try to increase your flex spot here more than anything. I think you have a good like hedge with Mason and McCaffrey. I like that pairing. I would just be trying to increase your flex spot. And of course, finding a more consistent tight end outside of Isaiah Likely. And it's even hard to say because you Puka.
Do you think there's any world where Mason, I mean, maybe not in this league because it seems a little more shallow in terms of the amount of teams, but do you think in a deeper league, Mason could still have a role when McCaffrey comes back? I feel like he might get a lot of the like short carries and things like that, but I don't know.
I mean, they definitely could spell him. Like, it's just more of how do they want to do it. So, like, honestly, I think that's a fair point, especially for like when they first get him back. They probably will have Mason like with a decent role because they're just like really take a second here and let him get back because at the end of the day, their focus is winning the playoffs or a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think that's a valid take. Yeah, Panthers did whatchamacallit. Yes, I do believe Steele takes over Kansas City. I'll post the coaching quotes after this. Let's hear. On to the next squad, we got Justin Elite Play Fields, Devon Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brandon Ayuk, AJ Brown, Kyle Pitts, Malik Neighbors. I like this squad a lot. Just a question. I'm not a big Kyle Pitts guy for fantasy this year. I'm very in on him next year. That's what I've been saying all off season. Quick fantasy question. Should you trade Jordan Mason for Rashee Rice? Yes, I want to be on the Rashee Rice side. I think Ben Gretsch put it best in that it was like Happy learned how to putt is what we got to see with Rashee Rice this weekend. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I also think it depends on your running back room. Like if your running backs would be kind of depleted without him, and like you feel like you could not string together wins or something if you traded away a running back. But I feel like for the playoff push, assuming if you're 2-0 or even 1-1 or something going into week 3, I feel like that's a smart move to make.
Yeah. And you DM your team to Jackson here at Jamaro Moon on Discord. Link to that is here. Sounds good. No problem, Daniel. Yeah, I really like this team here, though. Really, really, really strong. These are like, this is literally not my ideal pairing, but like this is a pairing I would leave a lot of drafts with. So I really like this start here. Love your receivers realistically. Obviously, AJ Brown's out, so you have to sub somebody for him. Hopefully, you were in the stream, so you did that. Let's see here. Neighbors, you probably replaced, which would have been the option, and then you've hopefully put in Zay Flowers over this weekend.
Or JK.
JK as well. Both of them did well. Kyle Pitts, he's just a next year thing for me, has been the theory. So we will see how that kind of goes. I do believe that Steele takes over Kansas City, but I think it's also going to be a split backfield. So
I think even just without the coaching quotes, even for that scenario, it just makes way more sense to have P. Ryan is still the third down back. Like he's not like the dude that's going to take every carry. So
exactly,
that makes a lot of sense, especially on short down work, like around the goal line and stuff. This feels like all Steele probably.
Yeah. I actually think that Waddle's going to be fine. I'm not super bullish on Tyler Huntley, but I definitely think he's an upgrade over what's his name. So it'll be fun to see how he does. I want to say he's had some very fantasy-friendly games as well in the NFL, which should bode well for the receivers. When my waiver wire picks come out later today, we're doing the streams. We're doing Dana White Contender Series after this, and then I will work on that. Let's see here. JSN is going to be fun. Fab on Steal if you have Pacheco. I don't know, like 5-10% at most. Like, I wouldn't be spending a lot of money on guys that aren't going to be super relevant. Like, Jordan Whittington is my number one waiver wire pick because I look at it, it's like he's going to be in the Cooper Cup role. So that's where I'm looking at that. And then we'll do buy low targets for fantasy football as well today. With that said, I really like this team, but yeah, this is just really strong, especially in PBR format. All right. Jalen Hurts, Breece Hall, Jalen Warren, Drake London, Devontae Smith, Mark Andrews, Deontay Johnson. He just got an upgrade. Yeah, I like this team a lot now. Deontay is looking somewhat strong again, so we will see how that plays out in PPR formats. Otherwise, this was looking like it was about to just be death. Zach Charbonnet should have been over Jalen Warren here for this weekend, but no Kenneth Walker, so hopefully he did that. But yeah, really strong team. I like it. Big fan of it. I would obviously be trying to upgrade your RB2 here and technically your flex, but we will see how Deontay does with Andy Dalton. Yeah, Panthers did bench him. I think Pacheco completely. They're saying 6 months.
The Pacheco thing, I mean, a fractured fibula feels like a severe.
It does sound bad.
Potentially season. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I've got to look into that more.
What doctors are saying, but that feels like that could be very long term.
Yeah, got a lot of things we got to dive into there. But overall, like this squad, Whittington's a big guy I'm interested in as a rookie breakout candidate and somebody I would encourage you to be very, very high on as well. But we will see. Maybe we'll watch Jordan Whittington preseason highlights once we're done with these team reviews. Force Grant and Jackson to watch that with me. Let's see here. On to the next one. We've got next team here, Rocky's Revenge. Jaden Daniels, Breece Hall, Isaiah Pacheco. Now doubtful, so you need running back help in theory here. Stephon Diggs, Roma Dunze, Jalen Waddle, Brock Bowers, Mike Sweet Prince, and then Jalen Wright. Well, I guess Grant Sweet Prince in reality. But it's a team that needs work is the simplest thing to start with here. You don't need Dotson. You don't need Komet, realistically. I would get rid of those two because those are drops. You now need to upgrade your RB2, so you can always tier down. So, like, the thing that I always recommend is that, like, you can always tier down from quarterback if you need to. You're going to have T. Higgins coming back. That should help bolster your receiving room. But you really need a more consistent running back, too, now. And it looks like I don't think you have Jalen Wright the flex, but if you do, that's not optimal at all. I would have put Jaden Reed in over by a mile, but so be it. Yeah, this team just needs a bit of work, is a simple reality. I would tear down from quarterback. You obviously can't really do Pacheco right now. And you can't sell high on Diggs right now. You can't sell high on Waddle. These are all guys that just have to pop. I think your receivers are realistically fine, but your flex and your RB2 are priority things that you need to adjust. Once Jordan Love comes back, these values are going to be strong again, so these are fine. T. Higgins is realistically a good bounce back candidate once he's healthy. If this is all about his hamstring, I think they're technically playing it smart because when you don't play these guys, like they are going to actually get healthier, which is really smart. But yeah, outside of that, Jermaine Burton stocks, also another thing that were alive last night. 47-yard bomb to him. Excited about that. This is you tight end premium. Ooh, well, if you're in tight end premium, you're probably winning a lot of games, honestly. But yeah, I would just be trying to build up your RB2 here. Steal is fine. I can see why you would want to make it a bit more of a priority in theory. Chuba Hubbard on your waivers. He could honestly be on waivers for a lot of people because everybody had lost faith in Bryce Young. And he could be a really good buy low candidate right now because I think he had good usage.
Who?
Chuba Hubbard.
I agree. I might start him this week. I mean, he's going up against the Raiders.
Yeah. Well,
could be a better game script.
Waivers. Alexander Madison kind of relevant this weekend.
White
no more. But
I mean, our whole rushing attack just looked horrendous. So I don't know if I can really trust any of those guys, but.
All I know is Sweet Prince Brocky Poo had a great game, and that's all that matters.
10-1.
Exactly. But yeah, this is a fine squad. It's just like you need to find more consistent volume, and like Rome and Waddle are more late season bloomers in theory. Diggs, he's probably going to get worse as the season progresses, to be honest, but like he's going to have a fine role with Stroud because he is him. Not really too much else to be said there. But in theory, you can always steer down from quarterback if need be. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Miles Sanders is on waivers. Oh, I don't mind picking up Miles. I would try to trade cheap for Chuba. I think he's a good buy low candidate right now. Let's see here. Joe Burrow, Devon Achon, Najee Harris, good usage. Dowdle's nothing on the bench. Adams, Jefferson, Kincaid, JSN, Waddle. I really like this team. Fun squad. Definitely won the week this week, mainly due to JSN and Achon. Let's see here. Jay Jettis had a very probably one of the hardest things I've ever seen done. Man just goes, what exactly did he say? He's just like, I am not like Garrett Wilson and I are not comparable.
Yeah.
And goes out for a 70-yard bomb. Like, that's crazy.
It was like 98.
Yeah, it was a long-ass bomb.
You see the video of the ref?
No, what happened to him?
The ref, like, was sprinting with the play and, like, dodged Jefferson, beat the Niners safeties to the goal line, and then, like, he was flying down the field.
Jesus. Dude, I swear, like, there seems to be a compilation of, like, all these refs going wild. I want to see them doing the combine and shit. But, yeah, I like this team a lot. Like, really, really strong. Not much to be said. Kincaid just kind of got, like, BS'd on usage this past weekend because, like, James Cook 3 TD game was not in the game script for me. And, yeah, it just happens. So, I like the squad. I think you got good edges here. You got good handcuff. I would just be trying to build up your RB2, if anything. But overall, really like the team. All right, next squad here. So you have CMC on IR. Okay, that's fine. You got Jaden Daniels, Rico Dowdle, Zach Moss. Running back room needs to be stronger. No, that's not your actual running backs. Jerome Ford, Achon. That's great. Jerome Ford, I would pair. So like you don't need Jaden Daniels technically. He and Anthony Richardson are technically very similar kind of takes. I just prefer Anthony Richardson for fantasy purposes personally. So whatever flavor of ice cream you like more, I would encourage you to tier down with one of these guys and package them with a player that you're not as high on here potentially, just because it's like your RB1 should be stronger than this. Lots of Adams look fine. Like that's going to be a very fun team to really watch this season. Yeah. No, I like the team overall. It's just like I would be building up over Ford. But maybe Ford is the guy you need to fix this year. All right, on to the next one. And you have CMC on IR, actually, so you're relatively fine. This is a fine way to go for it. Oh, yeah, I like it. All right. If anything, trade for Trey McBride. DM at Jamario Moon on Discord. Let's see. That's Jackson. Baker, Gibbs, Achon, Pickens, a lot of receiver spots, similar to how I built.
DJ.
All right, so he's alive now. You have Rashee Rice, that's fun. Pickens, Ayuk, that's fine for usage. Trey McBride, really like that. T-Law, Baker. Yeah, it's fine. You have Bucky on the bench, Jalen on the bench, yep. And you have, really, really, really strong team. You have AJ Brown on the bench. Like, this is a really, really strong team. Especially
and he's hoarding Dolphins.
Yeah, he's got all the Dolphins, as he should.
Which I guess, yeah.
Really, really strong team.
Right heads with an H on the lineup.
I would go with BTJ for rest of the season out of him and Coleman and Ladd. All right, so we got Kyler, Ramondre, and Rashad White. Mike Evans, CD Lamb, Trey McBride, Scary Terry, 6 receptions, 22 yards. Beautiful stat line. DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Legette, Alexander Madison, Jalen McMillionaire, Adonai Mitchell, Jaden Reed, Jalen Wright, Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, really strong team. I just not my personal preference for running backs, but I mean Ramondre literally leads the league in usage for running backs right now. Rashad White's fine. I would just be trying to build up to those year 2 kind of breakout guys that's the guys I like to target personally. But yeah, all right. I think Jackson's got one more team in here for us.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be another one too.
Okay, sounds good.
Of those year 2 guys, who do you think is the easiest to trade for right now? It's probably Gibbs, maybe?
Gibbs, because nobody likes his usage. I think you can get people on Achon a bit because they're just like, oh, that Tua's injured or whatever. They're going to suck. and
Yeah.
they're just willing to give up in that sense.
He's just played so well that I feel like people are probably going to be demanding a little more.
I think
And
if
Bijan has another like mediocre game, that's
I
probably
would say.
the one.
I think people are going to be losing their minds if like Bijan has like a below average game tonight. Like there's zero doubt in my mind, realistically. Alrighty. Bijan Robinson. All right. Josh Allen, Devon Achane, Jonathan Taylor. I don't get why he didn't get used more.
It was
Like
weird.
that's what I thought the game plan was.
Their whole
I was
offense
like,
looked terrible.
Like I was very confused. Like obviously, like I'm just watching Red Zone on Sundays like a casual because that's how I want to enjoy my Sundays. And I just looked at that. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like they should be winning by at least 14 here.
Anthony Richardson looked bad.
He looked really bad. So yeah, this did not look good at all. Outside of that, though, I like the receivers. People are panicking on Garrett Wilson. Do we just not like? I get Garrett Wilson's good. I get Aaron Rodgers is good, but like that Titans secondary is really good. Like they made a lot of upgrades in the offseason.
Legit.
Yeah.
Jordan Mason's fine for the flex, but realistically, this is you even have Ramondre. Yeah, like I'd be tearing up at like another flex position or go getting like a true alpha receiver. Like outside of Zay Flowers, who's got good usage. Like this is a really, 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 really strong team again. Like not much else to really be said. Yeah. I'm rather confident.
Ramondre.
Like Trader Ramondre, he's on a bad team at the end of the day. This little run isn't going to last long. Let's see here. Josh Allen, Jerome Ford, David Montgomery, Among Us, St. Brownus. Let's see here. Chris Godwin, Nico Collins, Colby Parkinson, Tank Dell, Isaiah Pacheco, Spain without the S, Jaleel. I also don't get what the hell is going on with this Denver RB room. Like, I know they're just facing a bunch of stacked boxes, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Um,
Do we know Amon-Ra's injury prognosis?
Zero idea. I wish I did. That's kind of the thing is like all the injury stuff is like coming out now, so we'll be getting a lot of news. I'm excited to hopefully see a Bryce Young clip very soon. I need to hear what Dave Canales is going to say. I need to hear this. And I need to know how Andy Dalton's going to save all my shares of Deontay Johnson. So we will
despite
see.
being hobbled during Sunday's game, Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown initially was determined to have only a contusion and cramping.
Nice.
Gone.
True. But with this team, you need to upgrade your running backs. These are fine point per dollar kind of plays. But realistically, you need to upgrade your running backs. You can always tier down. That's what we always recommend is like if you're going to ever do anything, like tier down from quarterback if you really want to. And to like bolster these other positions because you can go week to week to find more points. But right now, honestly, Josh Allen might be in a class. You can't really say that because he wasn't that fantasy relevant. Let's see here. Buckeye QB, it's the sleeper team. These are recorded, by the way. Camel case for what it's worth. You can always check back on the lives, but which one are you here? Sleeper?
We did
There's
get
only
Camel.
this one here. Yeah, this was an elite team. There's not really much to be said on it. You have AJ Brown sitting on your bench. Deontay Johnson stonks are alive. This is a really, really strong team. Like nothing but like it looks great. Not really much to be said. If anything, like find something for correlation, but yeah, nice team, dude. Let's see here. Moving on. You want trade ideas specifically, though? I mean, trying to package. Problem is, like, not any of these guys. Yeah, it's just like tearing down with Josh Allen to get like 2 elite receiver option or running back options is really what I would be trying to do. And you can really like use David Montgomery for that because he's gonna have great weeks and he's gonna have weeks where he just doesn't really do too much for fantasy purposes. But we will see. All right, we got Jaden Daniels, Achane, Connor, Marv, Tyreek, Colby Parkinson, Etienne, and Malik Neighbors. Ridley on the bench, who had a crazy week that went wildly beyond my expectations.
The video of that touchdown was like a optical illusion. I don't know how that ball snuck through. Like,
I'm still confused.
And it just like appeared in his hands in the end zone.
Like I honestly thought like the ball was on the ground or whatever because
got like kicked or something, and then he just had it.
And then there was like touchdown. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? But yeah, no, great hands by him. That was crazy. Completely wrong on Calvin Ridley this past weekend. Looked like a fool for that. Really strong team. If anything, like boost up your tight end is like the theoretical priority here. But like tight end points are really hard to find right now, so I don't think it's too crazy of a priority. But you can probably buy some elite tight ends that went early just for really cheap costs. You have enough Puka on your bench. I like the squad a lot. Yeah, not really too much else to be said here. On to this next one. I'm still a big Richardson truther just for fantasy purposes, but that there. Yes, I think starting Tyreek is going to be fine, Dom. I wouldn't worry about it with Tyler Huntley. Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Kyrie Williams, James Conner. You know what? That might be a fun thing to take right now. Tyler Huntley, comeback player of the year or something like that. Like one of these guys.
Or what about Andy D?
I think they made a rule that the comeback player has to be from an injury or something. I feel like there's also way too many dudes that are coming back from an like it could be like Rodgers, it could be Burrow.
Well, J.K. Dobbins is like the leader right now, right?
Dobbins, yeah. Those three are all pretty good.
I don't know. I feel like Huntley could be a fun like if he goes out there and just like throws for 30 because this offense is just absolutely electric.
What about Tua? Comes back.
Ooh, can he qualify? Can he qualify?
I don't know.
I feel like he wouldn't play till next year, honestly. I don't know. I might have to take that. That feels kind of
We'll
fun.
see sooner than later. I think there's a very real chance he's playing in like 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the other injured guys from last year. There were so many quarterbacks that went out.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
They're never giving that man an award. They will never give that man an award. But for this team, Anthony Richardson, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Kyron, Connor. I like your running back room. Just I expect Connor to last the whole season. So I try to find somebody there. This is another really, really strong fantasy team. Ingram, you just went for the point per dollar play and took Akins. I think that's fine. And then, yeah, it's just a team that's strong. You just need to build up your RB2 in theory, and that's really about it.
If you guys lost Pacheco this week, what do you guys think about Deontay and Gus Edwards for Higgins?
I'd just be you're the one getting Deontay and Gus?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's okay. I don't really think Gus is the guy you want. I just don't think he's going to be like he's going to have his fine weeks, but it's like you're looking for point per dollar plays, and I don't think that's it. Who's available on waivers? I will have my waiver wire video out later today. Trying to see if there's anyone that's kind of a mind that could be available. I would think Alexander Madison is honestly available on waivers. 53% roster. That's a guy I would see if there's there. Let's see here.
Tank has been really bad, but he could have been a comeback player of the year. Torn ACL and got shot.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has a chance. But like he's got to have like a crazy stretch here.
Yeah,
to qualify, which is possible in the
offense. I'm very worried about him, to be honest.
What to qualify? I'm not worried about it.
No name. If you want to send in a trade question, we kind of just do team reviews on here, but you could either send it in chat or you could go into our Discord and put that in the fantasy channel. There will be someone readily available to help you out with that question in there.
Well, didn't Joe Flacco get comeback player of the year?
Yeah, I feel like they might have made a new criteria or something, but I think you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this comeback player of the year criteria will emphasize overcoming injury or illness.
Okay.
And not just a player who followed a bad year with a good year.
Aaron Rodgers is to lose.
I feel like Flacco winning it last year still makes me feel like it could be. Because like Geno Smith was the year prior, and he was a nobody.
Yeah.
I think I might take some shots.
Favorite is
J.K. Dobbins, probably.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers? What?
And then Burrow, Dobbins. I mean, there's some crazy names listed here. There's like Zach Wilson.
All right, awards.
You guys think who wins this trade? Amari Cooper and James Conner for Terry McLaurin and BTJ.
Let's see. What's the
Who was the
trade?
first two?
Cooper and Connor. That's the side I would say I'm leaning.
Yeah.
Cooper and Connor for who?
BTJ and Scary Terry.
I want BTJ in the end. It's just like Scary Terry apparently can't catch the ball downfield, which makes no sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'd probably want Connor for the short term, but I want BTJ long run. It's all about personal preference. Thoughts on Braylon Allen? Definitely hurts Brees stonks, that's for sure. So we'll see how that
Shouldn't
plays.
Tyler be one of the favorites too? Didn't he tear his ACL last year?
I don't see why he wouldn't be on there.
He
should
did.
be.
And he's been so good.
Yeah, he's been electric.
He was awesome yesterday. Kyler Murray.
NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
It's like Kirk, Rogers, Dobbins. I guess Anthony Richardson got hurt last year, but I don't know if they would give it.
I don't think they give it to him.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to see. Does anyone like even listing Tyler Huntley yet?
No.
I would love to see that. That'd be hilarious. I feel like it's got to be 100 to 1 at least, right?
Easily.
And those are the ones that I want to take.
Tyler at plus 950 feels like pretty good value.
That is really good value. He should be there. Where is this Comeback Player of the Year? And then won the stream. So I don't think there are more teams.
Wait, all right, I'm looking at this now.
Where is it? What's hilarious is also Hard Rock just doesn't give you odds for this stuff. Like they won't give you awards odds for anything, man. I hate it.
I know you're in hell over there in Florida.
It's
Well,
awful. It's awful.
At least you have a thing.
Talanoa Hufanga,
I mean, that's possible.
300 to 1. Don't count him out. Kadarius Toney.
oh,
Hufanga's a really good player. I just don't know if that's going to make.
Matt Milano is actually kind of a fun one.
When is he supposed to come back?
I don't know, honestly. He's on IR. So yeah, they don't even have him listed, so he's probably above like 500 to 1 is my guess. But
Justin Herbert at this rate.
I
forgot about that too.
oh yeah, Herbert would be one, but he's
Plus
got to actually throw the
5,000.
ball.
Yeah.
Like that's the only issue there is like they just doesn't throw the ball right now, which is annoying. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, the follows, and subscribing here. But until next time, talk to you later. Peace out.
Peace.
Wrong button.